This audio visual is on how to add images to your problem solution proposal essays. Notice that I put two different kinds of things that you might want to put in your essay. One is, of course, that sketch, picture of ocean currents. I don't know if you're doing that or not. It's just an example. And the one on the right is an actual chart. And notice that they also show you what captions look under or what they look like. You cannot use the ones that they have. You have to come up with your own. Um, in fact, I would prefer that you crop it and crop this part out. What your wording has to do is tie in that picture to something that you've written on that page. Same over here to make it relevant. Find and save your pictures to your computer. So you found the picture or you found the graph that you want to include in your essay. So you want to save it to your computer. Make sure it is relevant to information you have provided on the same page of your essay. It may actually be in one of the sources you've already chosen, and that will be fine. Just tell me what page you got it on. You would use an in-text citation and it would look, well, I'll show you here in just a minute. It would look like what you would put in a paragraph. All right, so you've saved it to your computer, whether it's a graph or it's a picture. Now, regarding the citation, if an image from one of your sources uses the standard in-text citation, if it is an image, I'm sorry, from one of your sources, use the standard in-text citation. For example, at the end of your caption, you'd have the author's last name and then a space and the page number. Okay, that is if it's already from one of your sources. So let's say I wrote it, it's on page 3. So at the end of that caption, you wouldn't put the period until afterward, but you would say Holland space 3 and close the parentheses. However, B, if the image is something you found on a website, say the National Geographic, then you need to include the URL in the citation. So you would put it in parentheses and whatever the URL is that goes to it, and then actually a period at the end. Either way, the caption, the picture, the graph, it has to have a citation. Okay, for example, locate a place to insert your image. So let's say that you clear all this space off here, okay, and you go to insert and insert the image. There should be 4 spaces between your last sentence of the previous paragraph and the title figure 1. 4 spaces. See right there? Okay, then after your caption and before your next paragraph, you need to have 4 spaces. Now, the caption, now this is going to have to be your own words, should be 25 words or more. Again, you're going to have 4 spaces between the previous sentence and figure 1. You're going to have, and I would just hit enter once after the graph is on there and do a little bit of space. But once you finish your caption, I want you to do 4 spaces. Now, it could be that this next sentence, this next paragraph is going to be indented. In this case, the student interrupted the same paragraph with this. So you notice that it doesn't go back over. Okay, so now you're going to put a graphic in, or you're going to put a picture in. So you click on insert and it will be up here. Scroll down to insert caption. So up here among your options, you'll have insert. Scroll down to insert caption. Now notice that I have clicked on this image. You have to click on the image before you can get the screen because it wants to know what do you want to associate this caption with. So be sure to right click here on the image. Okay, then you get insert caption. All right, then you'll go over to this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me go back. Okay, you do that and it'll pop the screen up. And this is going to say figure 1. And you are going to hit OK. Then you're going to have to go back as if you're doing it all over again, but you're really not. You're going to click on this and you're going to get this sentence that you're going to pull up and you're going to say, okay. And then you're ready to do the next step. Well, I think I just left you there. I know I kind of cut that off and you're going, okay, so where do we go from here? I realized that that first one we just did showed you a map of the United States, but I'm doing a new one. So I've inserted that bias chart. So watch as I put the caption on it. So I'm clicking on this. I'm clicking on the picture. So make sure that it knows that. I'm going to go to insert caption. Okay, I'm going to go to figure because I want it to be figure 1. I want it to appear, and be sure you check this. I want it to appear above the picture. So I said that. Now I like it flush left. Whether you do it flush left or center, I would do it flush left. Let's just do that. Notice that it separated it from the picture itself. Sometimes they kind of do that, sometimes they don't. Okay, so we have our figure on there. Now let's go back again and click on the picture of all the different media sources. And we're going to go back to insert caption. We're not ready for figure 2. What we're going to do is go here because we need to type in our own original caption. Okay, so I'm going to do this and I want it to be below. Unfortunately, you can't go in here and type it. You're going to have to let it go down here. Now, go ahead and just, I guess that's okay. Okay, you're going to do this. Now you're going to make it work into what you said. And if you remember, this is what I said. I said, let's see, this is a list of media outlets and their different biases. See, notice the ones in the middle. And then I'm going to do this. Oh, that's kind of good. That's copyright. Okay. I'm going to highlight that in purple and make that white to kind of make it easier for my readers to see what I'm talking about, although I think they should know. I'm gonna make that bold. Okay. The ones in the middle, if you look up here, that C, okay, are centric, meaning they are, now I'm gonna go back and do some corrections here. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and type it out like that, meaning that that no bias is detected. Good. Okay. Now, uh, even though, oops, even though some tend to be more centric than others, outlets like okay, so let me go over here because I'm going to say ABC News. Now let me get one that's barely to the right that we all have heard of, right? And Fox News. Whereas I could have put somebody in like the Washington Post, tend to lean more to the left and right respectively. Okay, so which that means go back up and look. That would be the left, that would be the right respectively. In other words, in the order in which I put them in there. Okay, so this is way too long. So first of all, what I'm gonna do, you can't just, this is where people really start getting a bad grade because they don't want to take the time to make this look professional. Now, I do like to put the captions in I'm sorry, italics. But anyway, I think it just looks better. But we got a problem here. If you go to see that there are skipped lines, all you have to do is go here and say 0, and it should be fine, but it really isn't. I would like to tuck as much as I can under the picture. That just looks more professional. Okay, and we're gonna even have to take that part out. All right, this is a little bit too much space. I would go back up here and, well, that is 1. Okay, that's okay. You could just leave it like that. But it's not okay because I need to put make sure that doesn't go back to the capital. Okay, I have to go and find that link. So here it is. But that's not the one I found it on. I found it right here. Okay. So I need to put this URL in there so that the teacher can find out because that was not one of my sources. So I'm going to do that and I'm going to close it and do that. Now, of course, that one is going to be uncooperative. Let's see what it looks like if I go down there. No, I think what I would do is take this in and make it 8. Because you don't want too much. There you go. I could still click on it. So then after that, you go 1. Oh, hold on. Maybe it's not a good idea to do it that way. Okay, so after that, I go 1. Oh, now, hold on. You want to not separate it too far, but you want it separated. No, actually, you don't. Hold on. You wanna, I would, single space that. Okay, and then you want to hit double space because you want 4 lines. 1, 2. Okay, this begins your new paragraph. Okay, now, if it is indeed a new paragraph, you need to indent it. But if you interrupted that paragraph, then that would then go back to the left margin. Now, you got some other stuff going on here. First of all, you need to change that out of italics. You need to change, I want everything in Times New Roman. Okay, I mean that there's no question there. But now that's in 12, we made it 10 here, which I did to save space. Now, where did the paragraph end? The paragraph ended here. Okay, so you should have 1, 2. You've got 4 there, 4 spaces. Because you hit enter once, if it's double space, that's 2 lines. 2 times 2 is 4. Who said you didn't need math in an English class? But notice that it's clearly, it calls attention to this. Now, one more thing that I wanted to do is do a word count. Okay, so let's go here. Oh, by the way, yeah, that's right. Respectively. And then you put the period here. Let's see how many words. So I went tell me, and it has to be at least 25 words. Word count. Okay, so let's see. Oh my, it's 52. So if you could cut it, that'd be all right. But 52's that's okay. Okay. You could cut it in half and it would be okay. I just wanted to make sure that people knew how this fits into the rest of the text. So that is it. That's how you do those. And you have to tweak it. Notice that I just didn't put the figure in and put this in and not do anything else. You need to make it look very professional, like it came out of a magazine. Okay? Any questions? You know where you can find me.